Hello, hello, hello. Jessica Zemple here, and my mission is to shuck the world. What I mean by that is I see you as a pearl. And just as a pearl is created by the grit in the oyster, I see your beauty created by the grit in your life. The problem is so many of us identify with the grit rather than see the grit as part of our lives, which then leads to feelings of unworthiness and undeserving of life's miracles and blessings. I know this intimately because I have lived a gritty life. It started with a father diagnosed with paranoid schizophrenia, and that manifested in sheer anger and a lot of violence. It created a lot of trauma for me, and I have spent years and years healing to live a life that's more aligned and more full of joy and peace than I ever could have imagined. It started with therapy, yoga, meditation, the Hoffman Process, and eventually a master's in spiritual psychology. Each one of those offered me different healing modalities and different pearls of wisdom, if you will, to help me remember that I was not the grit. I was more than the grit. I was a beautiful pearl, and it was time for me to get out of my shell. I found myself living in my shell so many years. And it's actually okay. Sometimes we need to retreat and take a break from the world. The opportunity is if we are in our shell too long, it starts to get dark, lonely, and we're disconnected from ourselves and the world. And that is what shucking is all about. Cracking those shells open with love so that pearl inside you get to shine. And there's a lot of ways to get there. My goal is to give you different tools and concepts that you can use immediately in your life to make the changes that you are so craving. For example, I will teach you what judgments are all about and how to let go of those. I will also be giving you visualization techniques and meditations for you to find your truth and listen to your heart in this busy world we live in. I will also be sharing stories from my gritty life, such as what it was like visiting my dad in the mental hospital on Christmas and how I reconnected with him after 25 years of separation. I'm not here to glamorize schizophrenia or demonize it. I just want to share my stories in hopes that it might help you. And it doesn't mean that you have to have schizophrenia in your life or any type of mental illness. These are just life stories like forgiveness. Is there anyone in your life you could benefit from forgiving? This is why I want to share my stories, because I have spent so many years working on this. And honestly, I hope you get there faster than I did. Not that I had an awful life. I had some great parents that raised me. I call my stepdad my parent. And they gave me the foundation so I could heal and grow and find these other modalities of healing. But I do want you to know it's possible. And I know what's on the other side of the pain. And I have lots of easy tools. I guess not easy, they're simple, but it takes hard work to do these things. It takes courage to look within and take ownership of what isn't going right in your life. And I hope that some of these concepts and tools resonate for you. I hope that my stories help you transform your life and live in even greater alignment to your truth. And this channel is for you. So please, please, please let me know if there's anything more I can share. I have tons of resources. I've got lots of stories. I also cared for a loved one through stage 4 cancer. I overcame some brain trauma on a trip to Nepal where I was helicoptered off a mountain. So there's lots of stories I'm going to draw upon in hopes that it helps you. So welcome to this journey, and let's get shucking.